Hey guys, and welcome on into another episode of Getting Wild and Flying High, free NHL and MLB picks. I am Terry, ready to break down the Saturday slate, and we are going to start with the NHL, like we usually do here. And let's see here. Only one playoff game, as we continue to see here. Um, one game a day for the rest of until there is only the Stanley Cup Finals, most likely. But here is this meeting here. What a game in game one, going to the fourth overtime, and just barely at the last, 20 seconds, Matthew Kachuk, a game one winner for overtime winner for the Florida Panthers here. Now it's up to game two here. Florida, um, 3.31 goals for in the playoffs, 3 goals against, averaging. They're 7-1 on the road in the playoffs this year. Carolina 3.5 goals for, 2.58 goals against, 5-1-1 at home in this playoffs. Um, Power play 25% for Florida, 65.9% penalty kill. Carolina 20% power play, but a 90% penalty kill. And Florida has had success against Carolina here. 6-2 in the last 8 meetings between the teams. 3-1 in their last 4 trips to Carolina. 3 of the last 4 meetings, including Game One, went to overtime in the series. Florida 8-1 in their last 9 games in this playoffs. Um, yes, Carolina's going to be a desperate team. Carolina's going to want to bounce back here, but I can't pass up this plus money with Florida with how they played. They continue to surprise people and continue to find ways to win games. So I'm going to back them here at plus 130 on the money line. When it comes to player props, Anthony Duclair, he cashed for me in game one to get a point, plus 110. He's done that in 7 of his last 9 games. Carter Verhaeghe, cash plus 210 for him to score, plus 170 for him to score in game two. He's done that in 5 of his last 7 games. For Carolina, Seth Jarvis is the like the hottest player I could find lately. 6 out of his last 9 games, he has a point, but it's minus 135 odds. So not really in my price range. But if you wanted to play somebody for Carolina, that's where I would go in this game. But I like the Panthers. Probably will end up having a small play on the draw as well, with the way these. Um, just because game one went to overtime, I just feel like maybe game two doesn't. So I may not end up pulling the trigger on that, but I am on Florida and those 2 player props, Duclair and Verhaeghe. Next, we will go to MLB here and start with this game. Now, just to start out with MLB, as you can see, no player props, no batter stats listed currently. That is because I'm recording the show. It's 8:15 on Friday night. I'm going to be getting to those stats after the show. I just wanted to get the show filmed and up, but the spreadsheet is available for anybody. If you want to see the spreadsheet, the link is in the description of this video. So if you want player props, you can get them there by checking out the spreadsheet. The link is in the description of this video. So no player props yet, but you will see all the players that I'm interested in playing. I'll have them all listed in each game section. Just go to MLB May 20th. But starting with this game here, um, basically Lyles against Giolito. Lyles, he has been awful all season long. 0-7 on the year with a 7.14 ERA. He has gone 5, 9, and 2 innings in his last 3 starts, giving up 6, 4, and 7 earned runs. He's given up multiple home runs in most of his starts, uh, totaling 2 home runs, and 1 home run in his last start He's walking guys as well. He's getting some strikeouts, but not a whole lot. Overall, it's been a nightmare of a season for Jordan Lyles. On the other side, the White Sox here, Giolito, coming off a 6 inning, 4 earned run, giving up 1 home run, 6 strikeout performance. But overall, before that, had been pitching pretty well, giving up 1 or 2 earned runs. He has been giving up home runs as well. He's given up a home run in each of the last 3 games. Most likely, I'll be trying to target a home run player prop. I'll have it listed here, somewhere down here, if I find anybody, because both of these pitchers are giving up home runs. The only issue is that both of these offenses are not very good against right-handed pitchers. Kansas City 26, Chicago 21st currently against right-handed pitchers. But there will be some players, and I will find them. And of course, check out the spreadsheet for all the player props for this game and every game. Moving on along to the second game here, we have Baltimore Orioles and the Toronto Blue Jays. Toronto was currently losing 3-1 the last time I checked here in the game one of this series. Now we have game two here. Rodriguez against Manoah. Both pitchers have been struggling. Rodriguez, 3 to 5 innings, giving up 6 earned runs, 2 earned runs, 8 earned runs, multiple home runs in all 3 starts. He's walking guys, 3 to 4 strikeouts. Manoah going 4 to 5 innings, giving up 2 to 5 earned runs, home runs in the last couple of games, and he's been walking and hitting guys a lot. 2, 4, and 7 in his last 3 starts. Not many strikeouts for Manoah. And I like a higher scoring game in this one. I'm on the over 9.5 here at plus money. I just see goals from both teams here. Sorry, goals. I'm thinking about hockey. I apologize. I see runs from both teams here in this one. Of course, check out the player props. I'll have players listed here. Mountcastle, if you watched Friday's show, I mentioned Ryan Mountcastle. He hit a 3-run homer there for the Orioles. He owns Kikuchi, but he owns the Blue Jays as well. As much as I wish he didn't, he does very well against the Blue Jays. So expect Mountcastle props once again, as well as other players here, which I'll have listed later on. But I like the over in this game. Moving on along to this one here, Cubs and Philadelphia Phillies. The Cubs 9th best against righties OPS. Philadelphia 7th best. Cubs 6-0 in the last 6 meetings against Philadelphia. Currently leading in the game when I last checked. 4-1 score. I'm on the over 8.5 Friday night, and once again it's 8.5 as well for Saturday's game. Jameson Taillon against Nola. Taillon going 2 to 4 innings, giving up 3 or 4 earned runs. Home runs and walks. Over here with Nola, 6 to 7 innings, giving up 2 to 4 earned runs, home runs in each of his last 3 starts. He's also walking guys, 4 to 6 strikeouts. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Player props once again, and the over 8.5. I think the total is just a bit too low here. I think I expect the game to go over here Friday night. I like it to go over again here Saturday night with these pitchers. And of course, 2 teams, top 10 against right-handed pitchers. I like runs. Again, here in this game. Moving on along here to the next one, Colorado Rockies, Texas Rangers. Freeland against Gray here. Texas, of course, has the hitting advantage. Number 6, OPS against lefties, 770 average. Colorado, 667 average, 25th against righties. Freeland has given up 2 earned runs in 1 start, 0 in the other. 1 home run, few walks. He's striking guys out. He's going 5 to 7 innings. He's pitched pretty well recently for Freeland. Gray on the other side, coming off 7-inning game, giving up 1 earned run in his most recent game, 8 innings, no earned runs, no home runs, 2 walks, 5 strikeouts. Gray has also pitched really well recently. Texas with the um, hitting and pitching advantage here. Uh, Texas big favorites. Nothing for me in this game here. Want to see how Friday night's game goes. Um, it would be a play on Texas. Kyle Freeland's pitching really well right now. Not sure I want to step in front of him, but it would be Texas money line in a parlay or nothing for me in this game when it comes to side or total. Uh, Lean with the under, but this Texas Rangers team, their offense is explosive, so uh, kind of nervous about going with the under. So no play there. Miami Marlins, San Francisco Giants, Garrett against Webb here. Miami, much better against lefties. They're facing a righty. San Francisco, much better against righties. They're facing a lefty. So, not a hitting advantage for either team. Garrett, coming off a good start, 5 innings, 1 earned run, no home runs, 2 walks, 8 strikeouts. Previous to that, he'd been lit up quite a bit here. Webb has turned things around. 7 innings in each of his last 3 games, 1 to 2 earned runs, 1 home run, some walks still that he has to clean up, but he's been pitching pretty well in his most recent starts. Um, San Francisco minus 164, currently the best price on the money line. So it would have to be either a money line and a parlay piece or the run line. Currently, no play for me in this game, but I'll most likely be able to find some player props here in this one. Right, Tigers and Washington Nationals. I really regret taking Washington on Friday night, 6-1 or 6-0 the last time I looked. So a bum fight that I should have just stayed off of. Now these teams are facing off again. Washington doesn't have the hitting advantage now because they are not facing a lefty; they're facing a righty. Detroit actually has the hitting advantage. Um, Corbin, a lot of people, including myself, have enjoyed fading Corbin the last couple seasons, but he's not really fadeable right now. 6 to 7 innings in each of his last 3 games, 2 earned runs in each, 1 home run, 1 walk in the last 3 games. Not a whole lot of strikeouts, but he's pitching really well for Washington. Facing the Detroit Tigers offense, I would expect more of the same that we've seen from Corbin. Fado here, 2 to 3 earned runs, 2 home runs in each start. So that's something to look out for here. But overall, um, not horrible. Pitching advantage leans with Washington, but um, I'm not getting burned 2 days in a row here with the Washington Nationals. So staying off here in this one. Another team that burned me, Arizona Diamondbacks. Zach Gallen got roughed up. Was losing big the last time I checked. So that was a mistake taking the Diamondbacks on the run line here. Now these teams face each other again. Arizona has the hitting advantage here. Number 4 OPS against righties. Pittsburgh number 20. But Pittsburgh has the pitching advantage with Keller against Fott here. Um, Fought 4 to 5 innings in each game, 6 earned runs in his first 2 starts, 1 earned run in his last start, so a better game. Home runs, 7 home runs in his last 3 games total. He's walking guys each start, 3 to 5 strikeouts. He's been pretty consistent, except kept his earned runs down in his last game. Keller on the other side, 5 innings, 9 innings, 7 innings, 1 earned run in his last 3 games, no home runs, 1 walk per game, 8 strikeouts, and 13 strikeouts in his last game. Depending on what Keller's strikeout prop is looking like, um, if it's 7.5, I'll probably be on it here for Keller. But I'll have to look into that a bit more. But I am on Pittsburgh first five money line, which I got at Bet365 for minus 115. Everywhere else, it's like minus 130. So I jumped on that right away. First five. I do like Pittsburgh first five here. Um, and if you can get the minus 115, I like that a lot. And that's where I'm going in this game, backing Mitch Keller in this one. Milwaukee Brewers, Tampa Bay Rays. Currently, no pitcher announced for the Milwaukee Brewers. Eflin for the Tampa Bay Rays. Eflin started the season off really, really well. And it looks like Tampa Bay uh, has done what they usually do, and that is find pitchers and turn them into Cy Young guys, which has been what they've done recently. However, Eflin, in his last two starts, 6 innings in both starts, 4 earned runs in both starts, home runs in both starts, 1 walk in each. He has been good with the strikeouts, 10 strikeouts, 4 strikeouts, and 9 strikeouts in his last 3 games. But he's been hit pretty well his last 2 games. Brewers much better against righties than they are lefties. Don't know who's on the mound for the Brewers in this one. Um, so no side or total play here for me, but there will be Milwaukee props. As I said earlier on in the show, if you want to see my player props, the link for the spreadsheet is in the description of this video. I will be doing the player props Friday night, maybe into Saturday as well. So check in Saturday morning or early Saturday afternoon, and all the player props will be listed by then. Next game here, New York Yankees, Cincinnati Reds. Don't know who the pitcher is for New York Yankees currently. Weaver on the mound for the Reds. Off to a really rough start so far this season. However, in his last game, 5 innings, 1 earned run, no home runs, 1 walk, and 6 strikeouts. So a better performance than his last game. Now he gets to face this New York Yankees team. And the Yankees currently no odds out for this game. But I'm assuming the Yankees will be pretty big favorites in this game. And I'll just stay off side or total. Most likely we'll end up having props, but I don't know who's pitching for the Yankees at this moment. So no play in this game. Next up, Oakland Athletics here and the Houston Astros. Um, Sears against Hunter Brown. Sears 0-3 with a 5.27 ERA on the season. Brown 4-1 with a 3.43 ERA. Hunter Brown hasn't been as good with the strikeouts this year as he was last year. As soon as he came into the league last year, I noticed how many strikeouts he had in the minors. I targeted him, one on his strikeout props. He did do it in his last game here. 5 innings, 3 earned runs, 2 home runs, 1 walk, and 8 strikeouts. So he did get the strikeouts in his last game here. But he's walking guys. He's giving up home runs. He's giving up earned runs. So Houston here, a team I want to back, a pitcher I want to back, but based on his current performance right now, I can't really get to it. Sears on the other side. 2 of his last 3 starts, he's given up 2 earned runs or 0. 5 in the middle start, home runs in both his last 2 games. Houston with the hitting advantage, but neither of these teams hit all that well. Oakland, of course, hits lefties really well, not so much righties. So it should be a good game here for Hunter Brown to bounce back in. I may look at his strikeout prop, if anything, but currently pass in this game. Cleveland Guardians and the New York Mets. Cleveland Guardians was up 4-0 last time I checked here in the game on Friday night against the Mets and Carrasco. A game I stayed off of. Same thing here with this one. Scherzer looked much better in his most recent start. 5 innings, 1 earned run, no home runs, 3 walks, 6 strikeouts. On the other side here, Bibby, he's pitched not too bad in his last start. 7 innings, 1 earned run, no home runs, 1 walk, and 7 strikeouts. So actually, really a good game his last start. Been hit before that. So I'm not sure exactly what to expect in this game. Mets with the hitting advantage, with Max Scherzer on the mound, but I'm not sure exactly what to expect here. So This game is a pass for me. LA Dodgers and the St. Louis Cardinals. Syndergaard against Mikolas here. Both pitchers struggled early on in the season, but both have pitched not too bad in their most recent starts. Syndergaard, 5 innings, 1 inning, 4 innings, 3 earned runs, nothing, 2 earned runs. Of course, that one start he only lasted 1 inning, so you kind of have to ignore that. But um, not too bad in his recent start. He hasn't been walking guys, 1 home run, 2 or 3 earned runs. On the other side, Mikolas, in his last 3 starts, 3 earned runs, 1 earned run, 1 earned run, only 1 home run. He is walking guys, but he's pitching much better now than he did earlier on in the season. And the St. Louis Cardinals team is playing a lot better now than they did earlier on in the season. Fifth and third best OPS against righties. This should be a high scoring game. And if you look at the ERAs of the pitchers, um, I can see why people would think this is a slam dunk for the over. But based on how they've been playing most recently, the total's at 9 here. Um, I just can't get to the over at this point with how these pitchers have played recently. But I kind of do expect runs in this game, so I will have player props, of course, with the third and fifth best OPS against righties. But no side or total in this for me. Not a whole lot of sides and totals for me on Saturday, but that's just how it goes sometimes. Seattle Mariners and the Atlanta Braves. No pitcher for the Braves currently. Gilbert on the mound for the Mariners. He's been consistent. 5 or 6 innings, 2 to 3 earned runs, no home runs, 1 to 2 walks, striking guys out. Facing the Atlanta Braves here, and I need to see who's on the mound for Atlanta before determining anything in this game. But most likely, it's going to be a pass. Probably will just be player props here for me. And of course, when I talk about player props, most of my props are guys to get hits, and I parlay them with other guys to get hits. And usually, if you parlay two together, you get plus money. So that's basically where I go here, um, parlaying different guys together to get hits, and that's where I go with my player props. But we'll move on along to this next one here: Minnesota Twins and the LA Angels. Varland against Sandoval. Um, Not too much here for me. Um, the pitching advantage probably goes with Sandoval. The hitting advantage definitely goes with the LA Angels. Um, but what's the odds here for this game? Minnesota plus 112, Angels minus 114, the best price. It would be a lean with the Angels, but I'm not pulling the trigger here. Minnesota's offense has played pretty well recently, so we'll have to see what happens in this game. Um, Varland, 6 or 7 strikeouts in each of his last 3 games. Maybe his strikeout prop will be something I look at, but nothing at this current moment. Boston Red Sox, San Diego Padres. This was my Picks and Parlays exclusive play of the day on Friday night, and it's my Picks and Parlays exclusive play of the day on Saturday. So if you want my pick in this game, get my package up on the site, which I will be posting here after the show. Most likely, I'm going to be doing my plays as single plays just because they're scattered throughout the day. So, of course, this one, you'll see it there on the site if you want my play in this game. It'll be up for sale on the site. Link is in the description below. Use MLB at checkout as a promo code to get 20% off of my play in this game. But player props will be up um, sometime before tomorrow. And that is it. That is the end of the slate here. But thanks everyone for watching. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. If you like the content, hit the like button. Appreciate all the support. Putting lots of time into these spreadsheets. If you like the spreadsheet, let me know in the comments. Hit the like button on your way out. And Sunday's games will be posted Saturday night, as usual, like today. And we'll see you again for other episodes. Getting Wild, Flying High, free NHL and MLB picks Once again, if you want player props or you want to see the spreadsheet, the link is in the description of the video. Best of luck, everybody.